Well, for this project, I'm headed to California, Beverly Hills to be exact. Now, Andy Lake and Jim Freeburg are neighbors out there and good friends. And they want to build a treehouse for their kids right on the property line. So I'm going to see if I can lend a hand. This one right here.
Jim and Jason come over, and together we decide the exact location of the treehouse.
Hi, Jim. So how high do you guys think this should be? How high do we want to make this treehouse?
Like about all the way over there.
All the way over
What
there.
do you think, Danny?
All the way up.
This branch right here.
Yeah!
Now,
That's
Danny
good.
and Jason chose this tree because it straddles both of their backyards. So they've asked me to design a house that's accessible from both yards. 2 entrances with 2 matching ladders. In designing the treehouse, I'm taking 2 things into consideration. I want it to be safe, and I want to avoid damaging the tree. So we're going to build a platform supported by 4 legs or posts. One of these posts will actually be the tree itself.
Okay, Andy, board number 1.
Yeah,
There you go, Jim. Over on your side.
Fits great right in there.
We begin by positioning the first frame board in the crotch of the tree. Now this will help us determine where to install the other 3 posts. Now we'll place the second frame board in position and support it with a temporary brace.
Now this is just a temporary post, just to hold things together.
We clamp the frame board and the temporary brace together. Then drop a weighted line or plumb bob to the ground
That's gonna allow
below.
us to transfer that mark, which is where I want our post to land, right down here to the ground, so we know where to dig our post hole. So
Jim drives in a stake to mark the spot. I circle it with chalk. And Andy uses a post hole digger to dig the hole. We pour 3 inches of gravel into the bottom of the hole to provide drainage. Then drop in a pressure-treated 4x4 post.
all right, Jim, now what you need to do is kind of stand about right here.
All right.
And sight this bubble here. Move it back and forth this way until the bubble's between the lines.
A post level will let us know when the post is perfectly vertical. Then Andy clamps the post to the frame board to keep it from moving.
Okay. All right, let's mix up some concrete.
All right.
This is just dry mixed concrete. What we have to do is pour this in the hole, leave it about 3 inches from the top.
Okay.
And then we'll add some water. We have to do very little mixing for this.
This rapid setting concrete will harden in about 20 minutes, but we'll wait at least a couple of hours before putting any weight on the post.
Ron says about a gallon.
Okay, guys, why don't you go to the other side, set the other 2 posts.
With our first 2 posts in place, Andy and Jim head to Jim's backyard to set the remaining 2.
Now remember, we're creating a 4-sided frame up there in the trees. We've done these 2 sides, now it's time to work on these 2.
I hold the frame board in place while Andy and Jim attach it to the first 2 boards with rust-resistant screws.
Okay, gentlemen, good job. Already it's solid, huh?
Okay.
It really is.
Okay, let's do the other side now, and that means we got to go to your yard.
Okay.
By the time we finish Jason's side of the frame, we're just about out of light.
Well, let's pack it
So we decide to break for the night. First thing in the morning, we get to work permanently attaching the post to the frame. Andy drills a clearance hole through which Jim hammers a carriage bolt.
Okay there?
Andy adds a washer, then a nut, which he tightens with a socket wrench. While the 2 neighbors go to work on the other posts, I use my Japanese handsaw to trim off the tops. Next, we take a break from the treehouse to construct the 2 matching ladders. We'll build the ladders by boring holes in a pair of 2x4s and inserting dowels for rungs. Clamping the 2x4s together will ensure the holes are aligned.
Come on in, we'll start drilling these. We can start right here, it'll be fine. This is a portable drill press.
This inexpensive accessory can be purchased at any home improvement center and keeps the drill perpendicular to the surface.
I'm going to just pinch the ends on a couple of these. Sometimes this will help to get them started.
Compressing the ends of the dowels will make them easier to insert. They'll expand later, making a snug fit.
You make it look simple, huh?
Finally, we use a portable nail gun to pin the dowels in place.
You can smell it too.
All right. 1 ladder
All
Ladder
right.
down.
for 1 side, right? So
Yeah.
we need 2 of these.
Yeah.
Once the second ladder is complete, it's time to install 2 joists that will help support the floor or decking.
Okay, Jim. This is the first of 2 joists that we're going to be putting in here that will span this frame. So Jim, put that in right there.
Okay.
I've clamped a little ledger right here so that we don't have to struggle holding this end up.
With both joists screwed into the frame, we're ready to begin laying the deck.
Now this is the first plank on our decking, so it should be flush with the edges.
We attach each plank to the frame and joist with deck screws.
That's it. All right, guys, we're going to put 1/2-inch spacers between these, so lay this right on top of the joist.
Spacers create just enough distance between the boards to allow water and small debris to fall through. While Andy and Jim put in the rest of the decking, I start working on the wall frames. Each frame is made of 2 end posts with 2x4s top and bottom and 2 studs in the middle. Now, to get everything screwed together just right, we need a little extra help.
We got the last one in.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All done?
Yeah.
Everybody's
Now,
done?
we're ready to frame our walls. One side at a time, we attach each wall section to the deck and to the adjacent section until we have all 4 walls in place. Now, it's time to enclose them.
All right, guys, this is the, I'll call this the exterior sheathing for the house here. So you decided on 6 inches, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I drew you a line right there, Jim, so take it
Okay.
all the way to the corner.
All the way to the corner.
We tack the boards in place temporarily, working our way around the outside. Once all the boards are positioned, Andy secures them permanently with screws. And before long, this Beverly Hills treehouse is ready to be lived in.
All right, guys.
Hey,
what do you
guys,
think? How do you like
welcome
the
to your new
treehouse?
home, huh?
Are you guys moving in up here permanently?
You're roommates now, huh?
Roommates with their own private entrances in a treehouse all their own.